You know, I've been playing Splatoon for the longest, and I've never had these problems. But it's come to my knowledge, it is Splatfest. One of the ones I was actually hyped up for Red and Blue, and I can't hold a single match. Nearly. And apparently it's connection issues with Red, not Blue, Red. So in a sense, this Splatfest is entirely almost pointless. Last Splatfest, this was no problem. But why this one? And if you're thinking, well, maybe I'm LAN, by the way. I even double checked to make sure that I was LAN connection. And we're still getting connection errors. Problems where I can't join team members. Like, I was trying to prepare a full-fledged review on this, and I needed to wait for Splatfest to do this because I missed the last one to record. But I don't even know if I can even continue the Splatfest because every 5 minutes I'm disconnecting. I wanted to show off this Splatfest, to show off everything so I can let you know I've touched everything for the review. But I can't hold enough good matches for it to matter. So, why? Like, at any other time, I was LAN. Like, I've never had this problem at all. What is going on? Okay. For a friend of mine is Team Blue, and they have no connection problems whatsoever. Red, everyone has connection problems. So, I want an explanation. Because I'm going to feel like it's rigged. I've slightly lost motivation to do a full-fledged review on Splatoon. Like, I was preparing a lot of stuff. I was trying to get stuff. I even got me a new PC so I can able to support high quality stuff to do this. But I just lost motivation for doing this because what I'm dealing with right now. So, I'm going to give my quick review of Splatoon. Splatoon is a fun game. It has fun mechanics, interesting things, and also new ways of doing stuff. Yes, it's always online, but it's always interesting when it goes up. The actual plaza itself is really neat. I actually like how Ink Plaza is. Even on Splatfest times, it's like freaking awesome. But yeah, Splatfest is really a fun fest. I really have no mind on it. And Splatoon is a fun game too. I enjoy it. The camaraderie with friends on this game is fun. It's actually interesting. And it's all well-rounded good. My problems with this game is that there's no proper training in ranked, first of all. And I know you say you could do private matches with friends and get some training in. No, I mean, there's no proper training in this game for ranked. Like, you could retcon a stage and see all the points and everything of where you can hide stuff. That's cool, yes. But what about actual training? Like, there is turf war. I understand that. That's supposed to be your way of, getting yourself ready for it. But there's no turf war in ranked mode. There is splat zones, tower control, and Rainmaker. There is no proper training for these areas, pretty much making it hard for anybody to actually do anything. First of all. So, if you're, and this is coming from a perspective of a guy that plays fighting games, okay? Yes, I could go online and train with friends and learn stuff, but I need to learn the matchup of everybody else. I gotta know how other people play, so when I see how they play, I can maneuver and react to it. That is how it is for most games. Even in Call of Duty and anything else, when it comes to actual running certain things, you want to be able to be properly trained for anything. And I know what you're thinking, well, that's kind of like weird of way of putting it, but no, that's actually true. Think about it. In most online games, there's a way to actually prepare you for it, whether it be, online just team death battles and anything like that. There's certain still objectives on the maps that you can do it. For instance, Destiny, while lack of like really big major things, it still has classic Clash, classic Control, and everything. And those actually train you for real other maps. Like they have ones where it's straight Control. There is no points for killing. It's just straight control the zones. You get lack of points for killing anybody. So going in there balls a blazing won't work. You need to control these zones. You get points for controlling these zones. Same thing with Rift, same thing with anything else. They actually have things for these to train you for when they do actual real things around it to where it puts more of a challenge, like Iron Banner Rift. I've done that. That is weird as hell. But it's properly training when I have regular Rift to get me ready for this Rift. I have to adjust to being a certain power level to do this Rift. So that's why I feel about Splatoon is lacking. There is no way to properly train you for these things when you go into rank. It's just, here's rank. You deal with these. Wait, what? Alright? You just kind of have to keep playing and learning it. And I understand it was like, well, that's what you have to do in rank. You just got to keep playing it over and over and over again. Yes, I understand, but I really wish there was a side thing to where there was no rank involved. Can you imagine tower control without ranked being involved? It would be a lot less stressful than having to deal with tower control. Well, why not play with friends? Alright, I have to gather 8 friends online to do this. And I would rather do 8 random people because I can learn different things from people. Because there's some things that my friends may never know that other people may know. So I really feel that's where they lack at on the online things. For the most part, the game is solid for one thing, but I really feel like it lacks in stuff. And the connection for the game, while at times can be good, at most times it's bad when you have connection errors mid-match. I mean, when they did the recent patch to 2.5, it's gotten better, but that's not saying much. There's still matches where I'm, with a team of people and people are still getting disconnected. Now, I know people are going to say, well, the Nintendo network isn't as strong as, most other networks, so we shouldn't harp on it as much. But no, this is a game that you want to have an online experience with. Why not make dedicated servers or something? Do something that actually helps out the game. Not just, okay, we're going to go off of everybody's internet. Yeah, not everybody has perfect internet. And yes, even while games like KI and some of Street Fighter and other ones, while it doesn't go with really dedicated servers, it still has really good netcode to where it can help with that. Like, they've had netcodes where people were fighting cross-country and it was perfectly fine. Now, yes, if you have crappy internet, it's going to show while you're playing, and that can't be adjusted. I've seen it. But when the majority of the matches or anything that's being done is perfectly fine, then there should be really no worry. You will come across those matches when people have bad internet. It happens. But when it happens more than you need it to be, then what is your game really going to hold? If your game is supposed to be hyped up for online, then what is it really going to keep onto you? Like, that kills my mood when I'm playing a game and I just connection error. I have LAN. I should have, good internet. I have like 10 megabytes upload. 10 megabytes download, 8 upload. For average, that's okay. That should be good enough to actually run proper matches. But whatever they're running this on, it's not even holding it up properly. Like, it really is bad how they did it. Like, if you want me to give Splatoon a proper rating for me, for its gameplay, its mechanics, the stuff with the items and everything that makes it unique for how your character actually goes, for the weapons variety, even though I only use one weapon because that's my favorite weapon. I'm sorry if anybody feels like, this weapon sucks. I love it. It's my favorite. I just use it. For all the unique things that comes with like the games and everything, I would say it'd be at most, with that, 8 out of 10. But I'm knocking it down to a 7 because of the online issues. Like, you want to be able to play a game. Like, it would have went up to a 9 if the online was right and it had the right, modes for everybody. But I just feel it could have had more, Like, I shouldn't have to have just play around turf war only. I should have play around tower control, rainmaker, and splat zone, so it can train me. Have those in the rotation like you have the other ones. Do that even if you have to. It helps other people, because training in turf war is not going to help you for whatever map you're going to do. I'm going to be quite honest with you. And that's just my deep analysis of this game. And I don't know how they do the randomized stages, but I really feel like it could do a little bit better with the rolling of the stages. Instead of going by maybe a loss-win ratio for how you change stages, it should just rotate out every single time you play one. That's my personal feelings about it. But honestly, and all in all, this just is aggravating because I was actually looking forward to this Splatfest. Like, we made even a parody joke of Splat Zone with the Pokemon theme, and it was ironic that this became the first thing for Splat Zone. And it would have been ironically fun to make a thing about it. But after playing for a while, it literally killed my mood trying to play this. Like, I don't even want to play this anymore for how many connection errors I have. And I know it's specifically targeting Pokemon Red team people. What's the point of me playing? Because I'm just going to lose outright. So, with that said, for me, final review of Splatoon is going to be a 7 out of 10 for me. That's the best thing I can give it to my, to the stance that it has. It has good gameplay, it has good graphics and everything. Everything holds up, the uniqueness around it. And, before I forget, the story mode is actually really good. It does train you for everything that you have to deal with in the game and get you prepared for certain situations. But other than that, the story mode was actually a really good way of getting you immersed into the game, because I played through the entire story mode and it was actually really fun, and you get to unlock armors and stuff and other weapons and everything, which is kind of cool. And the boss was really I really liked the Octo boss. That was actually kind of fun. But other than that, and like the dealer on the corner who was, I just always think of like Resident Evil 4 when I see him. The other stuff with the online, if you're focusing on that and everything, just really kills it for me, and it really puts a bad taste in my mouth that this has that bad online. And I don't think I should just give it, I'm not trying to go to just keep negative because of all, I'm just saying, just from how constant it was from when I first played to now, it really hurts my soul. And I am LAN with good connection, so it just really baffles me though what's going on. So, final review, 7 out of 10. That's what I'm going to give Splatoon. So I'm going to work on another review that I want to put more time into, but I will have you guys pick a review that you would want me to do. Either here's the suggestions that I have next, which is the Dragon Ball Z series continuation, the Street Fighter the Street of Rage continuation, or one of your preferred for choosing. Also, the reason why anything hasn't been up for a while, I've been trying to get myself a new desktop to run stuff on, and I just got one. It's not an i5 or 7, but it's an i3, and that's good for the time being. and I want to give y'all at least the best quality of stuff I can possibly bring to you. So, with that said, I'm going to be streaming more. I can finally use XSplit and everything, and I want to bring the best to you guys as possible. So, if you have any suggestions or any ideas that you want, please let me know in the comments below. I will take any advice, or you can meet me at my Gmail, jfreygamers1@gmail.com. I will leave it below. Please, if anything that you want to see reviewed, done, or even played, just let me know. I will do my best to do what I can. I am playing Street Fighter V, and I'm going to probably play A Realm Reborn a little bit, probably today, and I will, see how that game is and see if I'll get into it too. And I will probably play with my friend Drell, and we will go on Skype and talk about it. So we'll see how that turns out. But with that said, this is my review of Splatoon. I want to thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing, and I want you to have all a wonderful February. JFA Gamers 1, squidding out.